Hello, my name is Doc, and I'm a representative of Zepter International Canada. It's my honor today to present for you Bioptron Color Therapy System.
I'm Darrell Wolfe. I'm a global holistic bioeducator. Basically, it's educating people about the right water, the right food, the right exercise, and of course today, the right light and how colors are part of that full spectrum light.
Thank you. So for those who didn't have opportunity to learn more about our Bioptron light system, just a short revision. Bioptron light therapy system is a patented, clinically tested, proven, certified, Swiss-made light therapy device. It's according to European standards. As well, for our North American market, it's important that has FDA 510K for pain, and that is certified by Health Canada as a medical device category 2.
And that's 5 years, right?
Yes, even 5 years ago, even before we came to conquer Canada.
Yeah, so you've been now in Canada for what, maybe 2 years?
3 years.
3 years? And so it was very wise to have the company do it ahead of time so that you're not getting here waiting for
to be ready and to be approved by Health Canada as a medical device, to be according to Canadian standards regarding electricity and all others important things.
Which is really important because if people use this in clinics, in a business, and then like we were saying earlier, the CSA approval in terms of the electricity is very important. If you do have an accident, have a fire, insurance won't cover it unless it is CSA
for home
approved.
users or by professionals.
Mm-hmm.
It is what are the basic things that how Bioptron can enhance our health is by working on cellular level, by activating our cell growth. Also, it improves the body defense system and stimulates the whole body healing process.
Now, that's really an important point. We had a lady in her 40s with cancer throughout her digestive system. And by shining the full spectrum, of course, is with all the colors, which Europe calls the medical light, on the entire, on the face area, just for a matter of minutes. And she said she actually could feel activity in her kidneys, which is interesting, and people need to understand that we're talking at light speed, and we're talking something that is very profound and basic to our overall health. So it's stimulating when you're shining it on part of the body. It's not just affecting that part, but the entire body simultaneously.
Wide range of reactions in our body. And this revolutionary technology was based on the work of Dr. Finson, who got in 1903 got the Nobel Prize for his research and work. So there are 4 characteristics that makes this light so specific and beneficial. It is polarized light, which is very important for optimal penetration of skin and for healing process.
And now the polarized light, what we're doing here is we're actually using technology and science to duplicate what occurs in nature. So when the sun is shining, on that body of water, that lake or that ocean, and it's changing, every moment to moment, the angle, it's actually polarizing light. And when we see a rainbow, that's also a result of polarized light.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bioptron light is also polychromatic light, which means it's covered the full spectrum of visible light, part of infrared, but what is the most important, it is without no UV.
Now that's really important because a lot of people know that light therapies, they're chiropractors, different naturopathic, and also individuals have their own light therapy devices. And we have a PEMF mat that uses red light, which is, I think, at 480 nanometers. But we're talking here about the full entire spectrum from 480 right through to 3,400, minus, like you said, the harmful UVA, UVB.
Yes, and since our cells have specific light properties, they wish to absorb the specific light that is important for their energizing and proper function. And therefore, Bioptron as a polychromatic light offers the wide range of spectrum and wide range of frequencies and light waves.
Yeah, so like you've got here on your graph the wavelengths, and so the penetration is at different levels for different colors and affects different organs. And
yes, so by accelerating local blood circulation, we have stimulation of the whole body regenerative and reparative healing preventive processes. Now, the third characteristic that light is incoherent light. That means wavelengths of Bioptron light penetrates the skin softly, so there is no way to harm the tissue. And this is, therefore, we can say that it's a safe device, and it can be used either by professionals as well as by home users.
Yeah, so that whole fact that, that it is incoherent, a lot of times when people hear incoherent, they think, well, wait a minute, don't we want to be coherent? And in actuality, that the waves are not in sync is very important. So with a laser, we have lasers that cut through steel, the waves are coherent, in sync. And so it has a much greater intensity. Because it's incoherent light, it doesn't have the intensity to do or potential to do any harm.
Yes. And the fourth characteristic is that it's low energy light. That means it's gives the safe dose of light of 2.4 joule per square centimeters. And this is very important for healing process of a wide range of applications. So this light is steady, and it's very important that it gives you the 37 degree temperature, which is just 1 degree higher than what should be our normal temperature. So these four characteristics makes this light so specific and beneficial regarding healing process. But regarding prevention, healing, and rehabilitation and maintaining a good health. But as we said in Zepter always gives more. Therefore, if although the medical light, as we call it medical lens, give the full spectrum of light, we can add the value by replacing the medical lens and using the color lens, so we can even add the specific colors for the treatment process.
We always do the full spectrum first, yes, right, for 8 minutes, and then we work on specific issues with the color, using color to manipulate, certain results that we may have issue with at that time.
Yes, and it's not just about having the color glass. It's the point to have device that will give you this polarized light, incoherent light, and low energy light. So the color really can have the effect.
Right. So it's not just the color itself, it's the aspect of using the right lamp with the right lenses to give you the maximum potential with that color utilization. Yeah.
Yes. And now let's see the what colors means for us, Marcel.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, we were watching a black and white movie, which on the weekend was interesting, but color adds so much more to life, and it's not just a visual experience. Yes. So today we're going to learn how color is being utilized to create an optimal situation with regards to different health problems.
Yes, and it doesn't absorb colors only by eyes, or we also absorb through our skin.
Yes, we could actually be blind and be wearing a red scarf or a purple or a blue or a yellow, and our cells are picking up light as well. So it's not just our eyes.
Yes. Let's see together one animation.
By using the Bioptron color therapy, you give your body strong natural stimuli. Red for vitality. Orange is perfect against depression. Yellow is a great stimulus for concentration. Purple stimulates creativity. Blue is the color of tenderness and tranquility. Indigo deepens the harmony of spirit. And green is full of life. Bioptron color therapy. Healthy colors for a better life.
So there we go. I think that's pretty much answered everyone's questions that they may have, and we hope that you enjoyed this presentation. No, we're just kidding. But it's a nice way of introducing color. I know that in 1991, my brother and I were doing a presentation at the University of Toronto, health presentation, and at that time we actually had a water device that purified, added ozone, and used these colored gels. I didn't really appreciate at that time the power of color. So what we did is we actually made up two different waters, basically one with red and another one with blue. And the ones that actually drank the blue water, it's like the red and the blue pill, the ones that drank the blue water were actually more at ease, more calm, and the ones that drank the red water were stimulated, and some of them were a little more edgy, more aggressive. And so at that time, I realized how powerful that this color could actually be, that it wasn't just, gobbledygook, holistic, tree-hugging sort of thing. This had some real substance to it. So, yeah.
Yes, power of colors. And why we need colors and light?
Yeah, well, this is actually, I think, for me, one of the most profound pictures that I've seen in my lifetime, and I think it'll be something to actually see something that will impress me even more. This, of course, on the right here, we have the DNA as we normally see it, spinning right and left, the helix of the DNA being the perfect antenna. So showing here that we are frequency beings, but more specifically with the diagram on the left, this is a cross-section of human DNA revealing 4 billion epigenetic light switches. It's one of the most profound things that I've ever, like I said earlier, seen. In the middle, we can actually almost see a skull, and it looks like 10 people joining hands in a circle. So it's, churches will tell you that, and religions, come into the light, be part of the light. In actuality, we are, at our essence, light beings. So as Einstein said, energy never disappears, it just changes form. So it makes sense that, PEMF is profound, has a profound effect, no question. But light even has more potential for us. And so, as you can see, there's lots of color here. And so we'll get into that a little more deeply.
Yes. So colors we need to balance our energy in order to prevent the health problems. Also, as we said, we don't absorb only color by eyes, but also through our skin, muscles, and the whole entire body. Color are important to evoke chemical reactions that can affect on the different organs and our systems, and it's simply very important to energize us, to energize.
You bring up a really important point. So there isn't actually one chemical reaction in the body that doesn't need as a trigger light.
Yes.
For me, that's like almost says everything. That's so profound. So, for a long time we've been told that, chemistry is everything and biology. And so people like Einstein, with quotes such as frequency trumps chemistry and frequency is everything. That's pretty inclusive. But to find out now that there isn't one single chemical reaction that doesn't need as a trigger light. Light is the essence of which starts life. So
I agree. So we can use the light for stress reduction, for relaxation, for clearer thinking, to improve concentration, increase our intuition. Orange is a great antidepressant, relief. Then we have used the light for self-development and self-improvement, to release our emotional baggage, to free ourselves from thoughts and beliefs that bother us, to strengthen our immune system, and as we said, to increase our energy levels. We are using the same. We are using 7 basic colors, and as you see, some of them are warm colors that can be used to stimulate our mind and emotions. And we can use the cold colors that are important to provide the peaceful atmosphere. And for example, if we use the full spectrum for chakra treatments, we always like to seal the chakras with a neutral color, which is green.
Yeah, and I mean, green is, again, very basic to life. And it's that photosynthesis that we know that when a plant is exposed to sunlight, and that's a great example a lot of people bring up. How profound is light and color? Well, if we take a plant and put it into a dark room, how well does it do? So.
Same with us. So let's check how colors individually can be beneficial. Red represents health, fire, heat, blood, passion. It can be used to activate and revitalizes. It can be used to stimulate the energy, blocked energy. We use it when we feel demotivated, tired, when we feel lack of energy. Also, it's very important to be used to stimulate blood circulation, to energize the liver, to treat lumbago, or after any operation to soften the scar or injury, to soften the scar tissue. Regarding orange, orange means for us happy, joyful, creative. It's warm color, and it's it can be excellent antidepressant. And when we feel depressed, when we feel zest for life, when we feel lonely and bored. Also, it's very important on physical level. It can be used for torn ligaments, to easy digestive discomfort. It can be also used for as a lung builder. And also, if we want to, when we have heart problem and we want to stimulate our heart rate, but we want to avoid the blood pressure raising, then instead of red, we can use the orange.
It's a little more gentle. Yeah.
Yes. Also, very important it can be used to soothe menopause imbalance. So colors can work not only on physical, but also on emotional level. So let's see the yellow. It's color of intellect, perception. It's a great eliminator and clean the body. It's very important to strengthen the nerves, to detoxify the bloodstream, and can have beneficial effect on constipation. And we should use on emotional level when you feel confused, when we feel anxiety and that cause our stomach problems. So next, green. Green, we all know that it's color of love, of progress, and balance, of new life, fertility. We know naturally, automatically, when we feel stressed, that we like to go to the wood, to the forest, and to calm
surround
down.
ourselves.
Yes, to surround ourselves. so we can fight the stress, we can feel the comfort and love. So also it's important this color to lower blood pressure. It acts as a mild disinfectant, and it can be used to build muscles and tissue.
Right, and it's also known as a good detoxifier. And actually, chlorophyll, which is the blood of the plant, has the identical atomic structure of blood, exactly the same. The only difference is that blood has the center element of iron, giving it the red color, and chlorophyll has the center element of magnesium, giving it the green color. And we refer to chlorophyll as the sunscreen, nature's sunscreen agent. It has the ability to reabsorb radiation and neutralize it. That's why so many of these animals and humans that are out 24/7, and a lot, of course, without protective clothing, do not get skin cancer because they're eating and doing more of what they should be doing, and a lot of that is consuming a lot of green chlorophyll foods. Yeah.
Yes. Now, blue. Blue is the color of truth, devotion, calmness, peace, comfort, and it's used very well for certain indications that need cooling effect when we have inflammatory conditions. Also, when we treat the throat chakra, we can help sore throat. But as well, while we are treating this throat chakra, we can also notice that we have improvement of self-impression. Also, blue color can be used to speed the recovery from burns, or also it's used very well to kill the bacteria that cause the acne problem.
I don't know if you know this, but actually blue is the best color for a bedroom. It's been shown scientifically that blue bedrooms give you more sleep than any other color.
Yes.
So, and I've just gained a whole new appreciation for indigo blue. I just love it. You don't see it very often, but actually that's one of the things that I want to do is have a blue indigo linen jacket made. I think it's awesome. Yeah.
So indigo, as you said, it's color of discipline, structure, faith, efficiency. It can be used to increase intuition. It on physical level, it can be used to treat insomnia, sinus problems, to reduce bleeding, for eczema recovery. Also, as well, promotes the tissue growth and help, as we said, help to reduce bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Violet color is related to self-knowledge and spiritual awareness, and also with inspiration, imagination. It can be used to comfort the people with mental disorders. It soothes the headaches and relieves the skin inflammation and irritation, and has stimulating effect on the production of white blood cells in the spleen, which is very important for immune system.
I think the spleen itself has a specific color, but yeah, interesting.
Yes. Now, colors are implementation of colors are well known through the history, and even Egyptians built pyramids for healing illnesses. And Marcel likes special this.
Yeah, you know, when you go into a church, even as a child, you can't help but gaze at the stained glass windows, which have so many beautiful colors and sacred geometry, and you know, some of them tell stories. But you know, I believe that even if you find a home that has the stained glass windows, it really brings in not just light, but special light, because of course they're using these beautiful colors.
Yes, in China they use the 4 elements and colors related to gods. In India we know that they are well known by chakra treatment, and so it's
yeah, which is interesting. Actually, what's happening now is that with science, we're basically proving things that man has had well, faith, but in some cases we call blind faith, in things that now are being proven by science, so actually adding more credibility to some of these issues that people have had faith in for over 5,000 years.
Yes. And in the previous presentation, we mentioned that Dr. Niels Vinson was the person who entered the color therapy into modern history, modern medicine, as well by other scientists. And for this, he got a Nobel Prize in 1993. So, would you like to add something?
Well, actually, some of these things have been purposely held back, especially in North America. But now, due to access of information and the internet, now the whole world is being exposed to, the real science and these pioneers that, like you say, won Nobel Prizes. So it's pretty hard to deny the credibility for this field of science. Yeah.
And it's nice to have more and more trend that people want to take their health into their own hands and to go more toward natural way of healing. So Bioptron color light therapy, as we said, once when we remove the medical lens, we can replace it with the color lens. So either this is for Pro 1, we have actually color light therapy can goes with two our devices, with Medol, which is 5 centimeters, and with Pro 1, which is 11 centimeters diameter.
And since we're there, we should probably mention that all the 7 colored lenses have this sort of beige gray casing,
yes,
where the medical full spectrum light is a white casing. So yes, it's easy to distinguish one yellow from another yellow.
Yes. Yes. So both of our devices can go with 7 colors, sets of 7 colors. Bioptron Pro Medol, which is on your
left side of the
5
screen.
centimeters, yes. Also goes with 3 cosmetic products, and it's meant to be used for pressure points as well as for chakra stimulation, and it has has lens that are enhanced by bioinformation as well as cosmetics products,
which we'll get into in a little more depth.
Yes, yes. And Bioptron Pro 1 color therapy is meant to be used, it can be used also for pressure points, but mostly it's meant to be used for chakra treatments. And now, so our system can be used on 3 ways. Can be used on pressure points, can be used for chakra treatment,
right,
or can be used on any part of the body that needs to energize or to reduce the inflammation. It depends from condition, and it always can be used in the combination with the full spectrum. So let's talk just briefly about the Medol color light therapy. As we said, it works on pressure points. It's important to balance our body and mind to increase the vitality, to help to have the natural beauty, and so to increase our health. It's used, it's nice to know that these lenses are with bioinformation. So, Marcel,
would
you like?
So, like I was saying earlier, with the science that we now have today, we have, people are being exposed to things like Carillion field photography. So we can actually see the actual light energy surrounding a living thing, whether it's a leaf or whether it's a a digit from a finger from a hand, and actually, if that finger were removed, you would still see the light energy. So people call it phantom energy. They still feel that limb or that finger, and in actuality, we now have the technology to regrow back limbs. Even our own Toronto Children's Hospital in their last ad campaign said, oh, in the future, we'll be able to regrow back limbs. Well, we're already doing it with the aid of technologies such as PEMF and also with light therapy.
Yes, and as we see, thanks to bioinformation and from the chaos, we can come up to organization. So here is also pattern of ginger lily that we can see what is.
So you can imagine, let's say that this is a child at the top, maybe chaotic. And then the one below, you can see that that's almost so organized, it almost seems mechanistic. Yeah. So both have energy, both are revealing life, right? But this is the before the therapy and the after. And the after is, it's incredible how organized it is.
So color therapy for Bioptron Medol is, as we said, we used the metal oxidized, which are carrier metal, and each of them is giving certain colors. These metal oxidized are used as a carrier metal to be to be enhanced with bioinformation in our institute in Zurich. We have there our bioactivation system, and then those bioinformation are collected from plants, from minerals, from trace elements, metals, precious stones, and they are using for the process of healing.
So this is with the metal, this is with the 5 centimeter lens, and this is the one that's handmade, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Utilizing all these different properties from, trace minerals.
So the bioinformation is imprinted into the colored glass during the process of handmade putting the glass in our factory in Saint-Just in France. So it is very interesting that it's handmade glass and very specific.
And the Pro 1 is different, right?
Yes. Pro 1, still to complete, that this set is combined with 3 bioinformed therapeutic products, which are completely natural, and each of them has the purpose. So liquid fluid is to relax, to purify, to calm the skin tissues. Balancing gel is used to refresh, to balance the skin and tissue, and crystal cream is used to nourish and to replenish the skin. So
you have a whole regime.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is one of the programs that is interested that we can use, and we prepared according to our researches in our institute and in combination with our Cosmetic in Switzerland. We prepared 5 programs with 14 self-help treatment schedules. So we have programmed to increase the power of resistance for energy reserves, inner well-being, metabolism, and skin and body tissues. And within this, each program, you have several treatments. For example, metabolism is connected with charging and purging, or for helping digestion. So to be more clear for you, let's see one example. So in the program 2, for energy reserves, for schedule 1, we have improving the lack of drive. So we have you will receive the booklet exactly how to use this, what color to use, for how many minutes, and where to apply it, and where and when to apply the balancing gel or crystal cream and or this uh, cosmetics.
So how long would, if someone were to do this, approximately how long would it take?
So, for example, for this schedule for lack of drive, it's as you see, it's 2 minutes, 3, 2, 1, 1, approximately 10 minutes to use this. It's recommended to use this regularly, and especially when we are in high range stress situation. And it's should be used 4 times a week. Ideally will be once per day. Recommended duration is for 2 weeks.
And the beauty about this technology is, and we know with PEMF, different technologies, the lasting effect will occur in the human body from 4 to 6 hours. There's one technology I know that one session, the ongoing effect will last for, I think it was 12 to 16 hours was the max that I've heard of so far. But this is 14 to 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So another example is, for example, program 5 for skin and body tissues. And we have one schedule 1 for facial or body skin problems. So, for example, this, as you said, just to maybe to add that lack of drive can be used when you feel low, when you need to energize yourself, when you have low motivation or self-esteem, and when you want to reduce the stress. This program as well, it's again, you will have the complete schedule where to use the liquid fluid and crystal cream, what areas to, and with, for example, orange light to do, also solar plexus only for 2 minutes, and then we are going to the head, top and the back of the head just for 1 minute each. And this schedule, for example, is recommended to be done 5 times a week, once per day, and recommended time is for 3 weeks to do this continuously and to really have, in case, for example, when we suffer from acne problems, dermatitis, psoriasis, eczema, and other skin problems.
Right.
So, and in general, Bioptron, since it can help to can help stress reduction, this will have beneficial effect also on our skin and healing process. So this is regarding medol, and as well we said medol can be used on chakras and also on individual parts of the body.
Right.
Depends from indication. Now, Pro 1 Bioptron color therapy is also very effective therapy system. And for example, for chakra stimulation, maybe Marcel, you would like to add this.
Yeah, so you can see on the right-hand corner, you can see this is actually the curling field photography, full body scan before the section, and then after. You see what happens after 20 minutes. So it's definitely ongoing in terms of the beneficial effects of one session. And of course, as we said earlier, every organ is stimulated no matter where you present this light therapy on the body, because the whole body is a whole, of course. We are, and that's actually one of the things that Dr. Fritz Albert Popp referred to, as well as a lot of these well-known scientists back in the 40s, 60s, and 70s, that we are ourselves photo cells. And that's, we have not only evolved and adapted to now, but are dependent upon this light for continued life and vitality.
And chakras are our life batteries and needs to be charged. Each chakra has its corresponding color, and every organ is actually on that way by treating the chakra. It has effects on glands and organs, and every organ therefore is also stimulated by its own color.
And again, now with the new technology and different measuring devices we have, it's now confirming what Eastern technology has known for a long time. You know, the energy positions, the acupressure points, the chakras are actually showing up in the different measuring devices as being real.
Yes. So we use the corresponding chakras, and if we want to do the chakras shower or rainbow, then we usually start from the treatment from the root chakra, from down, then we go to orange color and up, and then we usually seal with the green color.
Mm-hmm.
So chakras, when we work on chakras, we can become more energized, have more clarity, love, expression, focusing, creativity, according to what chakra we are treating.
Yeah, all of these things are basically adding to the quality of life. And, you know, people are finally realizing that it's not so much how long you live, but it's the quality of life that you have while you're living.
Of course. And here we also have example that each chakra is connected with certain group of organs. For example, the stomach, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas, yellow chakra.
Mm-hmm.
So we should treat the solar plexus in order to have positive effect on those organs. The spleen, legs, stomach, intestines, reproductive organs are behind the orange chakra. So we should concentrate on sacral chakra if we have problems in these areas. So here is also example how the for example, solar plexus, when we when we use the yellow color, how we can use it. As we said, we can treat the solar plexus with the yellow color, and it will be very beneficial for nerves and nervous system. So when we lose the sense of smell,
Mm-hmm.
taste,
Mm-hmm.
and like this, so we, as you see, it can be, for example, yellow for 10 minutes, and then we are always doing like the sealing with the complementary, with opposite color related to this color.
Mm-hmm.
So for yellow, complementary color is violet.
Mm-hmm.
So we use after that violet for 2 minutes. As we said, yellow is very important to detoxify the bloodstream and stimulate the lymphatic system. So we can also use for 3 to 5 minutes yellow on the area of solar plexus, and then 2 minutes violet for 3 weeks, and in combination with a light diet.
Mm-hmm.
We said not only also for solar plexus, it can be used color for to have effect of when we have mental exhaustion.
Exhaustion, yeah.
Yes.
That happens a lot today. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so also to help digestion
Mm-hmm.
and acidity
Mm-hmm.
that we may have. So also by treating the solar plexus. Then we have positive effect on regenerating of the skin. So we can treat the solar plexus or skin area. But as well, we said if we do this on navel, then we have a positive effect of constipation.
Right. So this is all again about frequency, and reminds me of a quote that Albert Einstein wrote: "Change the frequency, change the manifestation of the mass." So these colors just don't have, like we said earlier, a visual effect, but because they are of specific frequencies, they bring properties which we can now utilize with this technology.
Yes, it's just matching the proper frequency to
With the need.
balance.
Yeah.
So, for example, orange chakra is also very important, or orange color. It can be effects, as we said, for stimulate the heart rate without increasing the blood pressure, which is very important. In the area of sacral chakra, we can use it. Then it's very important for torn ligaments and broken bones, for injuries or sport medicine that we have, or physiotherapy. So in the we can use just in the area of injury. Also, it's antidepressant, very well known as antidepressant, orange color. We can use to, for example, for milk production. So on each breast, it can be used to as a lung builder on each lung. For menopause, for example, for solar sacral chakra.
I actually believe that this knowledge we should actually be taught in health school. You know, I mean, these things are real and they have, you know, direct results when utilizing them. Then we should be using them in different aspects of life, whether it's childbirth or, you know, a broken bone. Should definitely be utilized more so, and it will be. Yeah.
A lot of people actually implementing the colors in their life by, for example, eating specific color of the food, by putting the blue scarves, by using the stones. And this is also one of the natural way how we can enhance this idea and treat, improve our health by using the colors. It is very simple to switch from Bioptron as a medical full spectrum to the color lens. As we said, it either is with Bioptron Med-All, which is 5 centimeters. It can be just removed, and as well as with Pro One. So simple, like what in general, Bioptron is very simple to use and very effective.
Yeah, but you're making the point earlier that, you know, it's important that you make sure the lens is snapped in tight and flush against the body of the light so that you've got the correct distance. Yeah.
Yes. So in general, Bioptron light should be used at 90 degree from the treatment area and approximately 10 centimeters far away from them.
And the Pro One actually has a guide, a little plastic guide that you can pull out and give you the exact distance so you don't have to be guessing.
Yes. So it's, as we said, 90 degree, 10 centimeters. For treating small area can be used Med-All, but as well if you have the bigger area to treat, you can move from place to place.
That's one of the selling points of the Pro One, right? Is that with the Pro One being that 11 centimeter, you can actually treat the entire face in one setting.
Yes, yes. Now, here we would like to share, because we are always impressed, no matter how long we are dealing with Bioptron, we are always impressed and wish to share this beneficial effect of Bioptron. So we would like just to show you one case study to show you by 3 slides so important effect of Bioptron on healing process. So
this is an 80-year-old. Okay, so normally when we get older, we figure that the body has less ability to do what, you know, it has when you were younger. So this is graphic, but it really brings across the point very strong, showing that with the right light, the right water, the right food, the body is a miracle itself. Because to me, this is an extreme case of everything going right for this 80-year-old. And this happened, what, in a 30-day?
In 12 weeks.
12 weeks?
It was just treatment once per day for 20 minutes. As you see, it will be very difficult to operate this probably because it's very deep.
Right.
And then we had, after 1 week, we had this reaction that Bioptron is enhancing the healing, natural healing process.
So this is a lot more serious, and this is the reason why we're using this slide near the end of the presentation. We want to make sure that people understand this is not just another color therapy light, technology and so this was using the full spectrum. Of course, the full spectrum has all the colors.
Yes.
Correct. But we wanted to show how this technology over, other technologies exist, is giving our customers and our different clinics results that I've never seen before.
Yes.
And so when you work with the body, you're seeing these, incredible results. So if it's going to work this well with, what we call acute or chronic situations, more serious, then what do we expect when we have simpler scenarios such as acne, varicose veins, cellulite, wrinkles, scars, age spots?
Yes.
Because we're so profoundly affecting the body's ability to heal itself, we're going to have some exciting results with those as well.
So this was before using, and then we have after 12 weeks complete recovery and even reducing the scar tissue and complete epithelialization process. So as we said, it's not just by adding the color therapy, we are adding the value. So still it's not just to have the color, to have device that will give us this proper polarized light, low energy light, and
that makes your point. That makes your point strong. Yes, it's not just the color; it's the actual light, and also the lenses, the technology itself, that enhances this ability for color to bring the optimal results for you.
Yeah. Yes. And now after these pictures, let's return to something more pleasing. So we here, Bioptron, we are proud to announce that we, on October 2014, on the second anti-aging conference, aesthetic anti-aging conference in Paris, we won the prize as the best energy device.
And there's a lot of energy devices in Europe, that award. It's like winning the Oscars, right?
Yes, and it's looked like Oscars, as you can see in the poster. So we can, regarding skin treatment. So what I wish to say, Bioptron doesn't need to be just to solve the difficult cases and to treat, to be for treatment. For me, Bioptron means to be used for prevention a lot of problems and to maintaining good health. And as well, it can be used for daily use, just to energize myself in the morning,
be the best
to start a good day, or to take care about my skin. So regarding beauty and skin treatment, we can use the red to energize the depleted skin. Orange is very important to stimulate the fibroblast for the collagen production, and which is important for fine lines and wrinkles, and for cellulite as well. Yellow stimulates the of damaged cells, and it's used for to achieve the smoother skin. Green regulate melanin synthesis, which is important for skin pigmentation. So, for example, we can use, if we can, the aging spots, on hands or face, we can use the combination of medical light, and then we can use the green light. Blue is, as we said, known to kill the bacteria, eliminates the bacteria that cause the acne, and then and to make the skin look smooth and trouble-free.
Reducing sebum. I know that this polarized full spectrum and color therapy has been shown to actually help people with regards to hair regrowth as well, which is another part of the whole health and beauty that we haven't actually discussed. So
Yes.
mhm.
And so can you imagine that if you use, for example, Bioptron, and if you use the head massage and then combination also with the light, and if it's not necessary some serum or like this,
Right.
but it can be perfect effect.
Yeah.
Then indigo is for scars and stretch marks, has a calming effect on the overall well-being, and it's important for toning and firming the skin. And violet relieves any skin inflammation and irritation, redness and itchiness. So it's important also for example, psoriasis or different cases to be used. So it's very important also for Bioptron that it is a short treatment. So it can only take a few minutes every day to improve your physical condition and well-being.
And that lasting effect for 14 to 24 hours, that is quite impressive. Yeah.
Great. So here is also one example that we usually do for as a test, and this is also tested in Switzerland. But for customers, it can be also usually do for hand treatments, one or another hand. And then, so here you can see the combination of cosmetics liquids, but I wish to add that this liquid fluid and balancing gel and crystal cream doesn't need necessary to be used just by with med oil. They can be used by themselves or even with the combination of Pro One.
Actually, I had one of our customers who is in her 80s call yesterday about this product, and she wants to order by the case, right? And she wants it also for her daughters as well. And she noticed just within the last couple of weeks she spent with her relatives in Florida, how this product really helped her skin, even without using the light therapy. So
yes, yeah. we can mention this because we didn't put a slide for this, but in previous presentation we talked that this is oxygen sterile spray. It's pure water and oxygen, and it can when you spray to the skin, then you have synergy of oxygen and water and light.
You're increasing electrical conductivity, and you're actually optimizing doing the light therapy, whether it's the full spectrum or the colored lenses.
Yes. So it can be used to refresh yourself. It can be used for when it's hot weather to cool down. And as well, it can be used before the treatment or for disinfection when you have wounds, when you have burns.
Especially in wintertime when you're indoors and there's a lot of forced air and, have a greater tendency for people's skin to dry out.
Yes. So this is about our oxy. Now, here you can see that we can use the liquid fluid, and then we use the blue color for 4 minutes.
A little wake up.
I like to breathe in. Nice. So then we can use the balancing gel, and then orange or green, depends from skin sensitivity. And we can have in stage 2 to use the crystal cream, and then to finish with medical full spectrum light. So you can see that before color therapy and after color therapy. And it is, to energize the skin and to relax and to make a difference, to feel better.
Oh, but we should mention actually, when you're using skincare products or cosmetics, now due to the ability of your cells to uptake more that you're applying topically, you must now concern yourself with the quality of products that you're using, correct?
Yes. So we can use the red when we feel demotivated, when our skin looks tired, and when we feel lack of energy. Use the orange when you feel low when it's low. Use the yellow when we feel confused and when we suffer from anxiety or that can cause our stomach problems. Green when you need balance in your life or when you feel jealous. Blue when you need to calm your mind, when you want to prepare yourself for meditation.
And actually, it's really important to use for people that have sleep problems.
Yes. Yeah. Indigo is also can be used for to stand for your beliefs and when you need to space to think. And violet can be also used for sleep, good sleep for to those who suffer from anxiety, and when you are overstimulated to calm down.
Right.
So, Bioptron color light therapy is, as Marcel's
for the whole family.
For
yes.
the whole family.
Yeah, a lot of people that have pets, they actually see them as family members, and so they want the best quality of life for them as well. And so you can actually see on the right panel here, we have, of course, animals have chakras and acupressure points as well. And so we can use this information to better utilize the light and color therapy to enhance their quality of life as well.
Yes, animals has the same chakra system as us, but they have also additional chakra on the left and right shoulder, which is their main chakra, and you can start the treatment from that point. So as well as we said, what positive, what I noticed when you treat the children and when you treat the animals, that they don't judge. They simply enjoy.
They respond quicker, right?
Yes.
Especially animals, because they're doing more of what they should be doing. They're actually, not staying up late at night in front of the computer, going to Tim Hortons, but, fast foods, so for them, and also they don't need to read studies or go to presentations. Either it works or it doesn't work. And we can show now, again, as I was saying earlier, with now the measuring devices, we can actually see with thermal imaging, electron-statistical scanner, Kirlian field photography, dark field microscopy blood analysis, all these things we show a positive influence at the cellular level every time we're exposed to these technologies.
Yes. So as we said, like what it works for us, also Bioptron can be used to raise the energy level, to maintain the balance between the energy centers, and to support the animals. Short, repeating is very important. I forgot how you say this in Latin, but okay. To make a short conclusion, that Bioptron color light therapy has enormous benefits for our health and well-being. It's a natural, non-aggressive method of self-treatment, or it can be used by professionals for treatment of their patients. It offers the whole light spectrum, either as a medical light lens or by using the different colors. Treats the causes, not just the symptoms, which is very important, either for health treatment and for beauty. Stimulates, as we saw in this case study, that stimulates the self-healing processes, encouraging a natural body potential for healing, shortening the healing process, on that way preventing the more complications until the complete recovery.
I have to say that, that out of all the tools that I've seen in 35 years, this is the, as you're saying, safest, quickest, most profound single tool that we have. Of course, all the other things are important. When it comes to holistic health, we always try to have the best food, the right water, the right air, the right movement, which is exercise. And now we're understanding what the right light is. Yeah?
Yes. Treatment is simple, short, painless. There is no known side effects, which is very important. It's convenient for all family members, including our pets, and it's perfectly safe and easy to use.
It's actually good for our eyes, right? Which we can't say about all forms of light therapy.
Yes, we can actually, it's safe to look at the eyes. Maybe some people don't feel this.
It's still bright, yeah,
but
still bright.
It's not a danger. So this is all for today.
Yeah.
From my side.
And so whether you're 4, 84, whether you're a plant or an animal, you're definitely going to have benefits. Of course, the benefits are accumulative, and so it's a lifestyle. And that's why it's so important that it be safe, effective, and only just a short period of time is needed every day to do a maintenance or to work on specific issues.
So Bioptron light therapy, either you have it or you need it.
Yeah, you know, people say, well, what does it work on? Well, it's probably a lot easier to say, well, what doesn't it work on?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, after all this information, you can find, if you need additional information, you can also visit our website, www.bioptron.com. Or it's also very nice to consult contact the consultant to introduce you with more information if you need, and if you need any specific health indication to know about them, you can always contact us. Your health is now your
in
choice.
your hands. Yes, it's your choice.
Hands, your choice, and we hope that we encourage you to take your health in your hands.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye for now.